Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Jaydee once again for another weekend episode of our daily stock market insights. And I just want to add a few more stocks in our analysis so that we are all prepared by tomorrow. In the meantime, I'd like to prioritize the three stocks that Sean requested here. Sean, this is for you. I'd like to check out DDMPR first. You know what's interesting is when I opened this chart, I already had the line plotted, so I'm not sure if I plotted it from way back and it's now giving us some good signals here. Anyway, before I get started, I'd like to invite everyone, if this is the kind of video you want to watch every single day, I do review stocks in the Philippine market, US market, or cryptocurrency. So feel free to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and drop a comment if there is any stock you'd like me to review for you. Okay, so now let's get started. DDMPR here, I would have to say this is a nice breakout. Okay, I'd say this is already a breakout of this resistance. I plotted this one previously acted as a support and created a resistance right here when we experienced some weakness. And what's nice is that with this green candlestick, you have a nice volume that supports that, and slowly we are triggering the upper Bollinger Band. Now, what's the next step if you have not entered just yet? I would have to say our previous resistance will now act as a support, which is around 1.58. So if there is an opportunity, you can just simply put your buy order around that area, and then when it gets hit, then nice. But at this point, normally it's two, double-sided scenario. In some occasions, if you have some solid green up here, chances are there will be a continuation, that's for sure. But we don't know if it is going to do gap up or just continue moving upwards, and it will not give us a chance for the price to revisit 1.58. So your call. That's the reason why I would say divide your buying power into tranches. So you could go s- partly you could put at 1.58, and some you can put the moment it starts to push even higher. But overall, what's nice here is that the next possible strong resistance that you will have would be around the 1.78, which is if we are to, let's say, enter from 1.58 to 1.78, that's a nice 12 point or 13% gain. Okay, so that's for DDMPR. The next stock is SECB. Okay, SECB, notice the volume. Okay, so the entire time while it was dropping, volume was also declining, and then all of a sudden, while we are accumulating, this is our support right now. While we are stabilizing the support area, the volume is starting to pick up. That means the buying sentiment is starting to be formed at this area. So something like this, you only have a very, the body of the candlestick is really, really small, but the volume is starting to pick up right here. So see that? See this one over here? The body of the candlestick is very small, but nice volume. So something to also monitor here is that one. It's nice that you have, for the past how many days, the 92.5 area is being respected. So if you want to do test buys, or yeah, try to enter, let's say, 25% of your buying power right there, go ahead and do that. And if it starts to get validated, supported the following day with another nice green candlestick, then you can add a few more. Right. So the next resistance I see is right at the, okay, so this is the area I see. Most likely it will be easy. The moment we approach this MA20 line, we could easily break that because the resistance in that level is not that strong, but there is a strong one here at around 103.8. COSCO is next. COSCO is also trying to create a support right here. Uh, it's just that your trades here is you only have 50, so chances are sometimes when the price is already ripe for it, or you're already you are wanting to buy the amount that you have at the moment, the current price, chances are it won't get executed right away because the participants would be very low. So that's a downside if the volume or the trades that you have would be small. Okay. Now, this one we're seated at a support level for several days now. We've been testing the area, and what's interesting with the candlesticks in the past 2 days is that this somewhat a doji. It's a doji candlestick, uh, and opened and ended around 4.70, but the volume is so huge. And then the next day you ended red, but the volume is so small. What does this mean? People who may have bought here are still holding on to their positions. They're not exiting, or no, they're not doing anything with their position because they probably know that we are already at the support area. And we just need for, let's see this, look at the RSI as well. RSI measures the momentum. So we're just at almost at the same level, but your RSI is starting to increase, right? The trajectory of your RSI is moving upwards. So that means we now have a bullish divergence forming in the area. So that's my take here. Next resistance, if in case it moves up, it will first challenge this level, 4.84. So that's my analysis for Costco. Let's try to check the other stocks. Maybe we can check out Dito. Dito. Okay, so you have a nice bounce at this level. If I'm to measure this using my Fibonacci, I just want to see what area did we manage to. Okay, so it must have respected the 4.786 level. Okay. But this is the support I see. It's an area, so it could be slightly higher or lower. 4.85. One thing to watch out for is this area that you have here, right at the 5 peso level, because we might experience some rejection right there. Okay. There's not much volume though, so let us see if it will sustain at this level, go sideways first before it moves up. What about the buying activity? It was actually selling that dominated last Friday. So at this point, I would have to say we're just very near the support, but still be extra careful because the green candlestick here has really small volume, so we don't know if it'll be supported or there will be a continuation to the upside, or this is just a slight that got bounce that we are experiencing, because if we have a further breakdown in the price, the next stop will be 4.53. It might revisit the previous support. So something to watch out for. Let's check out SPNEC. SPNEC, I think this is respecting the first area of Fibonacci. So let's see this. Try to measure it to here. Oh, yes, indeed. It is respecting the 0.236 level of the Fibonacci. So I am on the bullish side for this. I'd say the new support right now is sitting at the 1.70 area. And what's nice here is that the entire time coming from Feb down to May, we were in a downward movement, okay, or we are in a downward trend, and then we managed to cross above that, and then a slight pullback, and we also ended with a green. Although, just notice something here, the volume as we go higher is also decreasing. So we might experience a pullback coming soon for this. So it could move up here. There's a support, and most likely that could act as a resistance. So something to also be extra careful of. So if there is one more green day, the chances are a pullback can happen right away, because the volume is not increasing. So what we want to see ideally is that as we go higher and higher, the volume is also moving along the direction. It's also increasing. Okay, but now it's not. So chances are uh, minimum movement to the upside, and then it will also collapse. All right, so those are the stocks so far that I have reviewed for you. I hope I was able to give some helpful insights and analysis on these stocks. Feel free to drop a comment and let me know your thoughts. Give me feedback. I appreciate that. Meanwhile, thank you, and bye bye for now.